Here's what I want to ask you though. Why would you leave Bollywood for stand-up? Is that just like, that's what it had to be?
I had a moment where I just kind of fell in love with stand-up again. Like just like
when did you start stand-up? You're
2006, 2007, really. But like when we started, there was no like clubs in India.
Yeah,
right? So
India, they say stand-up started December 09.
Yeah. So like what we had to do, which is just ridiculous, you had to book out a theater and then you had to go up with like 90 minutes of new material. Because they paid for an evening, right? So you're just like, blah, blah, blah. Like no dynamics, just fucking yelling for 90 minutes to figure out what's funny and what's not. And so I kind of just did that for like 4 years until the scene came around. And then I think it was two things, right? One, I just fell in love with stand-up again. I had like a good moment on stage and I was like, I feel more fulfilled by this than the last 6 things that I've done. And then I did a really shitty movie and like nobody wanted to work with me anymore for like three years. And I was like, I'll just do this stand-up thing again. So started taking it seriously. I want to say 2011, 12. Like that's when I was like, let's go.
Real quick question about Bollywood. I've been told that there's a lot of nepotism in Bollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very similar to, I don't know how similar. I mean, it happens in America, obviously, as well. But like, is it the only way in is if you're part of the family or if you're close to the family? Or can the average person get a role?
I'm 5'8", showed up in Bombay with 1 suitcase. If I get to be in a movie, anybody gets to be in a movie.
So you didn't have any family that was involved?
He's lying about 5'8". He's
lying
about 5'8". He ain't no 5'8". Let's keep it a buck here. I love this guy, but he ain't no 5'8".
Yeah. Tell him.
All right. That's God telling me I'm making a mess. Oh, there you go.
Okay, so it's possible that the average person could go out there and get a role.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, it take longer. You'd have to audition. It's definitely a step up, but yeah, I'm not going to deny that there isn't nepotism. There's a lot of nepotism
in every industry.
Yeah.
We just get this one version of Bollywood, and again, I'm going to get like the most distilled version of it. So it's just going to the craziest things that I hear. But yeah, my understanding was that it was like a family thing, and like.
Not so much. I mean, there's like talented kids who are coming in from everywhere. What I always kind of balance that out with is, I feel like there's more expectations of fairness in like entertainment industries than any other industry. Like if a banker like hired his own kid, or if somebody else hired his own kid, you'd be like, all right, he's just putting his family into what he does. But then suddenly, because it's entertainment and everybody kind of feels like they could be a movie star as well and had a shot, you're like, no, everybody should get an equal shot, including myself, like secretly.
See, that's interesting.
Because I always hear nepotism. As an NRI, I always hear nepotism. It's always family. I
mean, there's like a big league of Bollywood, which is the A-list, and that is, you have to be a star kid to be in that. But then there's 9,000 movies right below that, which are slightly cheaper but equally entertaining, and you get to be in those. So yeah,
I just look at like
so at the highest level, it is nepotism.
But there is opportunity to potentially rise. I guess I kind of view it the opposite when it comes to business, because like business can be so cutthroat, right?
Yeah.
In America, like if you're working for a bank or if you're working for a hedge fund or something like that, it's like you have to increase the profits of the shareholders, and oftentimes the best person to increase the profits of the shareholders is not your son and daughter.
Yeah.
It might be a CEO from India, right? Who come in and do it. And the problem with my fucking Knicks is if you literally look at the board for the New York Knicks, who haven't won in 50 years, it's everybody's last name is Dolan.
Same with the Dallas Cowboys.
James
Football.
Dolan. Okay. And I think nepotism is the problem.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that the 5 people who are best at increasing shareholder profits all just happen to be from the same family.
I know, but there's a big like Indian tradition of putting your kids into the family business. So I think you have to kind of strike a middle ground between that.
It's
which
looked
is
at like almost like if you have a farm or if you have like a
you
restaurant.
would hire your kids. Like that's what we do. It's in our culture to put our kids into our business. So I'm not defending nepotism, right? It's definitely an easier way to get into a movie.
Yeah.
And on Friday, whatever the fuck happens with your movie happens. Like on Friday, nobody can save you, right? Whoever your dad is, or whoever your mom is, on Friday, if you suck, and you're not getting another movie. So there is that. But I don't begrudge a father or a mother the desire to put their kid in.
Nepotism is the shit. I love nepotism.
Yeah.
I think I pronounced it like you. No, I love nepotism, and I love parents looking out for their kids. I see like Will Smith putting his kid in shit and like giving them that opportunity. Yes. anybody in that situation would do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the people who aren't able to be in that situation who oftentimes go, hey, this is unfair. And yeah, maybe it's unfair, but you might be in that situation. You would absolutely do it.
You were in a movie with a Bollywood kid, Imran Khan, and
Yeah.
now you're doing much better than him. Do you ever want to laugh at that motherfucker?
No, he's a
You'd be
great
like,
guy.
hey,
He's
bum,
the nicest guy in
hey,
Bollywood.
bum,
He really is.
Hey, bum, what you doing? Nothing.
But he's just one of those guys where like you can put a camera on him in any angle at any time of day, and he fucking looks good. You ever meet those people who just the camera loves at all times?
Me.
He's just one of those guys. Yeah, no,
What's up, bitches?
absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's not acting anymore, but he's directing soon. Like directing
That's
something
what you
big.
say when you fail as an actor. But the point is,
Wow.
he was mean to my friend's friend, so fuck him.
Oh my gosh.
That's
The
what I'm
point
talking
is-
He was
about.
point
man.
mean
is-
to your friend's
Yeah,
friend?
Yeah, fuck him.
What did he do?
He was mean to my friend's friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck him. That's how things work over here.
He's up.
Choose a side, dog.
Anyway, let me ask you this. What's going on with comics going to jail in India? Because I'm here and it seems so fucked up.
Yeah. For jokes they didn't do.
Yes.
So
Manal
I heard he
Faruqi.
went to jail for taxes.
Munawar?
What's happening?
No, man. They showed up and said he hurt religious sentiments and put him in jail, and then red tape and bureaucracy kind of kept him in there for a month.
And there's 4 comics that went to jail. Manawar Faruqi is the kid's name.
Nalin.
Muslim comic.
Yeah.
They said he made a joke. He went to jail. And then the 4 comics that were with him on that show also went to jail.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like you're in a country where you can go to jail and then this is what Andrew was kind of alluding to, and you walk up to this line and you say what you can get away with and then you pull back.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that? Is that dangerous, or are you just not in jail because you're not Muslim?
I have the most privilege that you can get as a comic in India. I'm an English-speaking Hindu, upper caste, heterosexual man.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get better than that. So
Yeah.
if I'm not going to talk about stuff, who is?
Yeah.
There are many comics who don't have the privilege that I do, or can't afford the legal team that I do. Like I got sued by lawyers for lawyer jokes 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like I went to high court to defend lawyer jokes. So like Munawar doesn't have it even 5% as easy as I do.
Yeah.
So that's the reality of what it is right now. But hoping for better days.